Hello all! It's that time of the month again. The PlayStation Plus free games collection of October 2016 is available. This month's PS4 users have Transformers Devastation and Resident Evil HD to sink their teeth into, and we'll start with Transformers. Transformers Devastation is an action game. It was originally released in October 2015. In this story, the Autobots are defending the Earth from a new robot enemy, while the Decepticons are aiming to control it for their own evil, nefarious plans. This iteration of the Transformers IP is based on the comics and TV show, as well as the toys, as opposed to the flashier, cleaner Michael Bay universe of explosions. The game is a fast-paced action button basher style game with combat focusing on the combo moves used to take out the various enemies. There are ranged attacks available as well, but they're not really necessary to take out most of the enemies and have very little ammo. So it's just a lot easier to jump attack the aerial enemies when they appear. The minion bashing style of the game is occasionally broken up with boss battles. These encounters have little to no extra mechanics, with an increased health bar being the only real extra challenge. There does seem to be some stat increase level up type system at work, but it's explained very little and seems mostly arbitrary and attached on at the end. You get to control several different Autobots who have their own different attacking styles. The one you're seeing here is much faster, multiple attack kind of user. They do have the same basic combo lists, so on one hand you don't have to relearn each new character from scratch, but the lack of difference in the movesets makes the mechanic seem pointless, when, let's be honest, Optimus Prime is all anyone really cares about anyway. I gotta admit though, I did really enjoy the time I spent with the game. It's so easy that there's almost no challenge at all, and to be honest, I enjoyed being able to sit back and not take it so seriously. Moving on now to Resident Evil HD Remastered Edition. This game was originally released in 1996 with an updated remastered release coming out on the GameCube in 2002. This HD version was released in January of this year, 2016. I don't think I need to explain Resident Evil to anyone by this point in its lifetime, but suffice it to say, it's a survival horror game set in a mansion where members of the STARS team are searching for the source of the strange attacks in Raccoon City. The cutscenes, as you can see, still look pretty decent, and the main game has aged well with its HD look. The graphics have been improved considerably from what I remember in the old PlayStation 96 version, and with a slight update to its GameCube iteration. I have to admit that when I played this game many years ago, I didn't like it at all. And playing it now, it's the same gameplay issues that I can't get over, even in my now thoroughly matured 24-year-old mind. The camera work is just awful. It's clunky, and it moves without warning, forcing your character to move unintentionally in another direction, which will move the camera again, forcing you to move again, and so on. The combat, it's terrible. It's awful. Zombies sometimes taking 5 or more shots to down for good, and with precious little ammo around, that's unforgivable. Even in a survival horror game where combat isn't the main focus, I feel like maybe this is a little too hard and a little too repetitive and annoying. I mean, it's not tense. It's just not straight up tense. It's annoying. I almost forgot how silly the puzzles are. I mean, with a mansion that is housing bioweapons needing a sword and an armor emblem to unlock doors instead of, say, I don't fucking know, maybe a key. This isn't medieval times. It's 1996. Who the fuck doesn't replace these child shape matching game blocks with a key? The loading screens were wisely chosen, back in the 96 era, with a slow, tense door opening animation being shown instead of a black screen. But this is now 2016. Can we not maybe have no loading times for a 20-year-old game? I mean, it was a good track back in the 90s, but even then it was immersion breaking, and as compared to now, where any game you can just run through without very little loading screens at all, shouldn't they have maybe tweaked that a little bit? You know? I get the nostalgia, but come on. Please. I just want to get on with it. The save system is pretty good for building tension, with its safe rooms only available intermittently throughout the game, forcing you to really pick your encounters carefully. And while I may not like it, that doesn't mean it's not a useful mechanic for creating a sense of urgency. I just personally don't have the time to replay hours of content because I didn't have enough ink ribbons for the typewriter when I wanted to save and I had to go to work like a normal person. All in all, the game is good for its time. And anyone looking for a bit of nostalgia, it's there free to play. But the gameplay has aged terribly, and I think there are better survival games out there for just a few quid. I mean, look at the old Resident Evil 5, for example. That was a much better game and is still relatively cheap today. So that about wraps up this month's free games collection. It's not a terrible month, really, but after the two great ones we've just had, it does feel a little lackluster. I should point out that these games are still free for the month of October, so there's no harm, no foul in just downloading them and giving them a go. And also, any opinion that I have of these games are my opinions and mine alone. I'm not trying to influence you in any way, I'm just giving you how I feel about it. What do you think? What do you think of Sony's efforts in October? Is it a continued run of great offers, or are they dropping the ball? And what games would you like to see in November in the free games collection? Let me know in the comments down below, and until then, I'll see you next time.